Yeah, hi, I'm Stuart. Pretty picture of me. Hi, I'm real. I bought some bees. I've been trying to lure bees to my hive for many years. Um, and today, hopefully later on today, I'm taking my first delivery of bees. So I've set up my hive, hopefully correctly, with some sugar syrup feeder sat in the side, some empty frames, and frame space for my new bees. And hopefully today, later on, my bees will arrive. Quite exciting. So here are my new ladies. I've just literally just opened the top of the box to let them orient themselves to where they are. It's going to be their new home. We'll work out how to transfer them to hive much later on tonight. Hope they enjoy themselves. So they're here. Being a complete noob, I couldn't work out how to open the box properly. So in the end, I just snipped the plastic at the top and opened the lid slightly to be greeted by a lot of bees from my humming box. So I've just left them alone for a little while. I'm going to wait until this evening. All advice says at least many hours or a day. Or I think because I've opened the box that way, I'm going to do it this evening while the evenings are light and transfer the frames into the actual hive itself. But yeah, I managed to open the box and I've now got a load of bees sat on top of it. Okay. Afternoon of day one, after I've transferred my bees from the nucleus into the hive, and they are generally milling around the entrance to the hive. I think they're all sort of like relocating themselves and working out where they are, but they're certainly not going far. I've noticed this afternoon though, rather than just clustering around the entrance like a big blob, they are actually flying around a lot more. So they've got around to the radius of the tree really that they're under, and they're flying around there now. Not seen any actually go out and forage, but I guess it's day one. They've literally just been transferred into that new box, and they're all wondering what on earth's going on. But yeah, they're milling around and hanging around, having a good time. I think. I hope they'll be happy. So it's 10 to 6 at night, and the bees are going to bed. I'm really quite amazing. They're all just heading inside. A few just hanging around the outside, watching what's going on. But compared with the thousands about flying around earlier, we're left with about 10 hanging around the entrance. Amazing. They're all going to bed. No bees. So it's day two. Ladies have been in there since yesterday morning, and they're already sort of behaving differently. It's 9:30. It's 14 degrees outside, so it's quite a warm morning, not much sun. But you can see this time they're not all clustered around the entrance anymore. There's actually odd bees off flying away rather than just flying around the hive. So hopefully they're brave enough to go foraging and they've found their way around. But we shall see. Yes, acting very differently this morning. Okay, day two of my ladies. Literally yesterday morning I moved the bees from the nook into their hive. And what's nice today is I've actually seen some bees coming back with their little pollen baskets on their legs full of pollen. So I think my little ladies are out foraging properly. I'm trying to see if I can spot any. One just gone in with little pollen sacks on its legs. I'll just try and take a video and show you what's going on. Can't see any more now. But yeah, they just seem to be genuinely out there foraging and doing their thing this morning. Oh, there's one on the very bottom with little yellow tags on its legs just running next to the door. Up and in. Yeah, so I think my ladies are off foraging. Day two midday bee update. Yeah, they're getting very interesting. They're obviously foraging now because we see bees hovering around the hive. I mean, there's still plenty of them sort of buzzing around and wandering around the hive, but there's also quite a few that kind of zoom away from the hive. They come out of the entrance and they zoom straight away up under the tree and off over in that direction somewhere. So they've obviously got purpose and they're obviously doing something and going somewhere. And then I also see the little workers coming back with their little pollen sacks full of pollen. Not many of them, one in 30 or so comes back with a little pollen sack. But yeah, they're obviously finding something to go and see, and seem to be enjoying themselves. So lots of activity at the hive this afternoon. It's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. It's at 18 degrees, and there is a lot of activity going on. I see bees zooming in and zooming out, so I hope it's all sort of friendly and they're not actually being attacked or anything. But yeah, they're all being very, very busy. I've left the entrance reducer on as per what the advice was, but maybe they're just getting congested getting in and out. There were a lot of bees in that colony. But yeah, I might give it another couple of days, then maybe open the entrance reducer a little bit. Yeah, good fun. We have a lot of bees. Okay, bee report, end of day 2. They are heading inside. It's now 10 to 7 at night, and they've all gone in. A few stragglers, but yeah, they're here. Okay, day 3. It's 9:30 in the morning because it's Sunday and I've laid in, and it's quite warm this morning. It's about 15 degrees already out there, and the bees this morning have beaten me. Yesterday they didn't. Today they have. And interestingly, I think later on when it gets warmer there'll be loads more, but not so many hanging around the door today. And again, lots sort of leaving and going. So yeah, 9:30 on day 3. bees are active. Just stood here. It's on day 3. It's about mid-morning, and I'm just watching the entrance to the hive. And the nice thing I can see is that the odd bee coming back with their little pollen bags all full on their legs. I'm going to try and catch one or two as they go in. I say not everyone, but a fair few of them are now coming back sort of carrying payloads, which is kind of interesting. Let's try and spot one or two for you. There we go, one going to the right. Another one just popping up. So yeah, I can count lots of bees with carrying little pollen sacs. So I think they know where they're going. I said yesterday it's quite interesting because they zoom out across. You can see them zooming out. I don't know whether they're heading for the apple tree up there, but they've certainly got absolute purpose when they come out of the hive. They're zooming across the garden in a very specific direction. So yeah, I think they've found forage, and they're certainly bringing stuff back to the hive, which is nice. They are fed. They've got loads of sugar water in there, but hopefully they'll start to become self-sufficient. Okay, back with another update. Just it's lunchtime, it's sort of full afternoon, and the hive is going mental. There are just so many bees coming backwards and forwards. It's been really, really busy. Interesting couple of things today. I think I've spotted some drones in there. They're physically larger and they've got bigger eyes. And apparently my ChatGPT AI beekeeping friend tells me that's a sign of a healthy colony. That if they're building drones ready to reproduce and swarm, etc. Not that they're going to, it's too new, but it's just a good sign apparently. And the other thing, there's lots more of them coming back with pollen on their backs, on their legs, which is really good. And I can't see them doing it now, but they were actually doing little waggle dances up and down the wall here, which I thought was entertaining. Guy behind me started a power tool, so I'll be quick. But no, they were waggle dancing, showing each other where the pollen sources were. Very interesting. Getting towards the end of day 3 now. My new nook installed in the hive, and yeah, they're looking good. They've been out foraging for the day. I've seen lots of activity. I even think I've spotted some drones in there. But it's now what, 10 to 5, something like that, and they're still going absolutely mental. It's still quite warm out here. It's well over 22 degrees. It's warm for a sort of English spring day, but yeah, generally going mad. And yeah, seems to be having a great time. Okay, so it's the end of day 3. It's about 7:30 in the evening, and they're all heading for bed. Compared with the mayhem earlier on when they're all out foraging and doing their own thing, it's got 1 or 2 hovering around the outside of the hive now, and otherwise they're all heading for bed. The odd straggler come returning. I don't know where on earth they're coming from, but again, that one's got pollen on its legs. Missed it. But certainly the stragglers are returning, but they're all heading for bed. Okay, day 4 update. It's about 9:30 in the morning. It's going to be another nice day today. The ladies are up a little bit early. There's not sort of full lack of activity going on, but they're certainly up and about, and they're certainly drifting off foraging. And bizarrely, even at this time of the morning, there's one that's just come back with the pollen sacs all full. So yeah, they are definitely out and about early this morning. Not the thousands that were there earlier on, but they're up and about. Yeah, I've just hit record again just because it's quite amazing. Almost every single one that's coming back, so almost every single one, but a lot of the ones coming back now, I've got, there's one, little pollen sacs on their legs. So I know they're out there getting good food from somewhere. Another one just gone in. Another one just landed and gone in. So midday day 4, and yeah, things are mental at the hive again. They're noisier today. I don't know particularly why. I'm going to keep my eye on the hive for a minute, make sure there's nothing going on. I can't see any fights or any evidence of them being robbed. But yeah, loads and loads and loads of activity. They're not milling around so much as they used to. There are ones there that are just sort of hovering around and working out what's going on and guarding the hive, etc. But the vast majority now seem to be off and doing things. And again, I'm going to zoom in a bit if I can. Just lots and lots of pollen arriving back. Lots of bees with payloads. Ah, just spotted one of the bigger drones. Oh, he's just set off and flown away. Not to worry. Okay, day 4. This is the other side of the garden, and what I'm trying to catch here is that the apple tree is lots of bees on it. Unsurprising, but yeah, these are my bees, I assume, because previously they weren't any bees at all. So, end of day 4 report. They're still here, which is excellent, really. It's about 6:30 in the evening. They're still, well, I'd say active. There's nowhere near as many flying around, but there are several still setting off, which intrigues me. But yeah, they're still here. But a very active day, and not much else to report other than hooray! So, morning of day 5. The bees are still here. I'm very, very happy about that. They haven't just all buggered off. Yeah, normal sort of activity at the door. Not many of them hovering around. Still some of them guarding the hive, etc., but most of them are actually going in and out directly. Yeah, busy bees. Had to take another video because these bees are loaded. It's only 10:30 in the morning and every other one is coming back with a package on its legs. So there's obviously a good forage around here. Hope they're going to be happy. Okay, day 5 midday. Very busy. The hive is a hive of activity. I can see lots of activity, bees going in and out quite happily. Lots of bees sort of shooting off into the distance. It's been quite amusing. There's no way I'll catch it in on the camera, but they set off like little rockets across the garden, and they come back with roughly the same velocity. So some of them actually bash into the hive as it'll land on the shelf and go back in. But yeah, little speed demons really. I say day 5 midday, lots of activity. Okay, end of day 5 report. Just have to move them in their flight path. Yeah, not a lot of change. They're all definitely still here, which is fantastic. It's about 6 o'clock in the evening. It's getting cooler, about 18 degrees now, and activity is starting to calm down. They're still milling around the entrance, but yeah, not so many out and about. And one, yeah, flying around, but yeah, successful, I think. Okay, day 6 morning update. The bees are still here. I've not done any hive inspection. I'm just leaving them alone for the first week, but they're busy away. They're doing bee things, which is good because they're bees. But otherwise, I'm really pleased. Still loads of activity, loads of foraging, loads of pollen coming back, and loads of normal stuff you see around a hive. Very pleased, day 6. Okay, so day 6, midday. Bees are all, as usual, going mad. It's been another glorious sunny day though. I don't know what they're going to feel like when it gets rainy again. It's only kind of very end of April, beginning of May at the moment in the UK, and it's normally a lot colder than this. So they're having a great time, I think. Yeah, I don't know whether I'm looking forward, but a bit trepidatious about opening them up and having a look. But I'll leave it till day 8, a whole week's gone past, if you know what I mean. And then we'll have a look inside and see what's going on. But for the time being, a very healthy colony, I think. Okay, so end of day 6 report. I've left a bit later tonight. It's about 7:30 at night, nearly 8. Bees are milling around at the entrance. They've all sort of finished for the day. I shouldn't be amazed, but I'm quite amazed the way they sort of go to sleep at night. They all pack up, go in. I guess the flowers aren't producing any nectar. There's nothing to go and collect, so why go out foraging? So they all come back and they all go to bed at night. Yeah, day 7 bee report. Happy to say they're still here. Still seem to be enjoying themselves, and lots of activity in the hive this morning. It's about 10:30. It must already be 17-18 degrees out here. It's going to be another warm day, and what I'm trying to catch here is, or I'll try and get back on the bees, is the speed at which these bees launch themselves away from the hive. They go like little rockets across the garden. They come zooming out. I don't know whether you can catch them, but yeah, they are off. They are foraging. They zoom across the garden at a rate of knots, obviously going somewhere. And yeah, lots of pollen coming back. You can't really see them, they're all going out at the moment, but the odd one's coming back with pollen, but most of the bees are on their way out. No idea where they're going. Afternoon of day 7. It's about 4:45 in the afternoon, and the bees are still very, very busy. They've been doing their thing. Try and get a focus in on them. But yeah, the hive is super busy. And yeah, not too much congestion at the entrance, which is nice. But yeah, looking healthy. Okay, so day 8, it's inspection day today. Later on I'm going to have a look inside and see what's going on, but I'm fairly sure that they're pretty happy. I can see endless amounts of food coming back to the hive, which is nice. They're remarkably late getting up. I know this is going to be a stupid statement to make, but they're so attuned to the flowers and the nectar and the pollen and the rest of it that they really don't bother going out until the sun's up and they know the flowers are open. A stupid statement, but one of those realizations that hit you in the face and said, yeah, of course it is. So yeah, they've been lazy getting up today, but they're starting to go off and forage. Many of them are coming back with pollen sacs on their legs, which is nice to see. And I guess they're telling the others where to go, and they're all heading off. I don't see so many hanging around the nest today. I say later on we'll have a look inside and see how we're getting on. Well, so far my little ladies look quite placid. There's loads of burcomb on the roof. They're building out the outer ones of the frames that I put in earlier, so they're getting pretty crowded. They're filling in the extra spaces, and half the food has gone, which is good because they're not consuming all of it. So I'm content that my colony is happy. I'm not going to interfere with it too much else. The only big observation really is that it's full. Yeah. Okay, so end of day 8. The bees are all closing down for the night. They're all going home. I've got my plan. I looked inside the hive today and they're going mad, creating all sorts of burcomb all over the place. They've already filled the frames that I put in there as spares. So my plan tomorrow is to remove the feeder, the syrup feeder that's inside the frame, and replace that with 2 empty frames. And then I've also just ordered another brood box, which in effect will duplicate what I've got here and give them twice the space. So I'm going to give them the 2 frames tomorrow and then wait for the brood box to arrive in a couple of days. Yeah, well, good night, bees. Yeah, hi. We're about 2 weeks in now to our bee journey, and just as a bit of an epilogue to the videos I posted, there's our hive. This is how we ended up. I put some box clasps on the side just to hold the 2 brood boxes together. I don't, well, not that I don't trust gravity, but there's a bit of wind around here, and I didn't want to wake up one morning and find the box on its side all disjointed. But yeah, the bees themselves seem very happy. They've started drawing out comb in the upper brood box. It looks, when I put the lid off the other day, they'd stopped building out in the roof, which is good. I've put a new crown board in the very top just to stop them access from the roof space. And our ladies, yeah, they seem very happy with themselves. So yeah, a month in, sorry, 2 weeks in, and we're away.